Why, hello there. Greetings and salutations, friends. As has been the case for every day, except for maybe yesterday, I have no idea what I'm doing, so we'll find out together. Okay. It's like a soap opera. We live for the drama out here. I don't know if I want to make this 4 panels or not. Maybe I'll just make it 2. No, wait, I think I'll do 3. The only thing I've been trying to do as far as layout is concerned is I try not to repeat the exact same layout from one day to the next. So since yesterday I had 1, 2, and then 3 down here, what I don't want to do is have this all be one panel. So what I think I'll do is make this one panel, and then I guess this will be 2 and 3. Yeah. Kodiaks, hello. Welcome. Okay, so we'll start here, I guess. A little further back, I think. I guess I can get rid of this before it confuses me. Hyako. Hyako. I'm not sure how you prefer people to say it. But welcome. How do I want to do this? I don't know that I need that there. Let's see. At least not initially in this first panel key. Let's see. Oh, can probably push this a little further back. Push this a little further this way. Sort of increase the space between them. I'm not 100% sure what he's going to say here, but I know it's going to go in the middle, so that's fine. Hyena, hello, welcome. Ice Jam, hello. I could do something a little more interesting here. How do I want to do it is the question. I think if I start by splitting this kind of like that instead. This is not center, is the thing. I'll make a new layer and put a rectangle in the center. That seems about right. Maybe a little more this way. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can work this out. Let's see. I know what I want the end panel to be, but I don't want to give it away just yet. And so now I'm currently thinking of how I want to do these two that come straight before. I think I know what I'll do. Oh, witchy witch boy. Thank you for the subscription, I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I feel like I haven't spoken to you in forever. Did I get a new mic since the last time? Maybe. I do have a more new mic than I used to have. This one. Something like that. I can get rid of this layer because I don't need that. Yeah. Probably gonna put some like little lines in here. And probably like a text bubble right around there. I'm not sure about his mouth shape just yet. Also, this is gonna get like kind of cropped out intentionally, so I'm just sort of putting it over here for now. Oh no, my headset's dying. Ugh. You guys have to suffer through the squeakiest chair in the world while I plug in my headset. Hey, we done it. Okay. I'll bring this a little closer this way. Something like that. It's probably gonna be there. Even if you would be able to see his eyes in this particular panel, I'm trying to avoid having them shown. Something like that. So for this one, This might be a little too tall. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And just so I don't get myself super confused, we're going to do this on a new layer by itself in a different color. I could have his tongue sticking out here, but I don't know if I don't want to. It might not make as much sense. It all depends on what it is he's going to say, which I am not sure of yet. Let's see. Not quite right. It works evilly. I hope your rehearsal goes well. Sometimes it can be helpful to sort of draw out the entire eye shape if you're not entirely sure how you want it to go, which is what I'm doing here. I used to do it a lot more often when doing like portraits and stuff, is you draw the whole like eyeball and then draw the lids around it. It makes getting subtle expressions a little more easy. Or at least it did for me. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This actually feels too big. I think it's mostly the eyes, though. Nope. I'm still not sold on this face shape. Or this mouth shape, I should say. Nature is healing. Also, hello, Roast. I don't know if I said hello. but hello. And I'm going to erase some of this so that this other panel is not completely incomprehensible. Put that below there. I'll do this in this color because it'll be easier for me to tell what's going on. Would help if I did it on the layer I want it to be on. Okay. So there's our page. Actually, maybe not. I want this to be this might not be how I want this framed. Let's hide that for now. This might be more of the dramatic thing I'm thinking of, so let's try that instead. Something like this, maybe? Let's see. Alright, I need to actually figure this out first. So let's see, start with that shape. And kind of come up here. The ear would kind of go there. Horns would be kind of there. Hair would kind of be there. I can already tell this is too low, so I'm going to have to move this up. But this is why I did this on a separate layer. Like about there is what we want. Can I show that his arm is this way without this looking super weird? Probably not. Nice. Oh, geez. This needs to be this way a little more. A thing that I almost always do is draw the eyes far too close when I'm drawing in profile like this. In truth, it should probably be further back still, but I think it might look weird if I do that, so I'm not going to. But usually you can think of the face in terms of like some lines that kind of go kind of like that around the face. For this over here, they would kind of be like that. So like the edges of the mouth usually line up with the... This one's even still not right because his mouth is too big, but usually like this part of the eye lines up with this part of the mouth. So for this in profile, this mouth is still a little too wide probably. So I'll make it a little smaller and see how that looks. Doesn't quite fit as well. So we'll make it a little bigger, because big evil grin, you know? So something like that. This is the part where I could have his tongue like out and being like really weird about it, but I don't think I'll do that. But just know that I did consider it. He could be a lot creepier than he's going to be. Where's the... Here we go. Okay. Now I think we actually have it. So now for the fun part. I'm just going to group all these together just so I know that they're the sketchy bits. That's far too big. Omelette du fromage. Exactly. That's exactly the the pose I was going for. Oh wait, we're not doing sketches anymore. This is actual lines, so I have to not. Yeah, he's got very similar vibes to that dude from Skyward Sword whose name I don't know because I didn't play that one. But I do know who you're talking about. I'm starting with this hand because I knew it was going to give me problems, which it has. Those two things need to line up. Hmm. Good enough. I think it's something like this. Something like this. But now that I'm on the line art portion, how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is well. I had a very mixed day as far as the stuff I wanted to accomplish. Just trying to get an upgrade for my phone, but nobody has the phone that I want. But then all of my I guess intel was correct about those new MacBook Pros that came out. Because I had been considering getting one, because the one that I have is quite old. So I wanted to get one like a month ago, after they talked about the new phones, because I was like, oh, they just talked about phones, so they're probably not going to talk about laptops, so I'm going to get a new laptop. Then someone online was like, yo, they're going to talk about laptops in October. I was like, oh, geez, now I got to wait another month. And then they did. And I feel great for having waited, because this one's so much better than the one I would have gotten. It's like the opposite of what happened with my iPad when I bought that. Wednesday's your birthday? Nice. Happy almost birthday. I'm going to say happy birthday now, because I might not stream on Wednesday. But even if I do stream on Wednesday, I wouldn't expect you to be here because it's your birthday, so happy birthday. And I want the new iPhone 13 Pro, because I'm able to upgrade, and it's like a couple dollars more than what I'm paying for my phone now. Antonio C. Antoniok? Antonio C. I'm not sure. Welcome either way. Let me know if I'm saying your name incorrectly. I'm sure I am, but... this is not quite how I want this hand to be. But what I've learned from doing this comic type stuff has been, just like, get it done. There's bound to be parts that I'm not gonna like, and I don't have infinite time to fix those things, so... Middle of the week, so you're celebrating on Saturday. Nice, nice. I know the struggle. Mine is usually on a Thursday. I forget when it is this year, though. Although I don't normally celebrate my birthday. I don't do a whole lot. The last one I really celebrated was the 21st one. He is certainly not especially happy that Jesse is telling him no. Cecil's the type of person who doesn't normally get told no for things. Which is part of the reason why he's always so frustrated by Jesse and Tank. think I actually drew his belt loops the last time, so I'll have to do that this time. I think I drew a pocket as well. I'm trying not to worry too much about his shoulders and back here, simply because I know I'm gonna cover a lot of it up with this part of his costume here. And that doesn't look right though. Good enough. I don't think I did this yesterday, but I'm doing it today. Giving his belly button just like the tiniest little bit more definition in profile. Oh. I was like, I know there's something about him that I'm forgetting to draw. It was the top of his head. Forgot to draw this eye. And his, like, scruffy beard. Doing details like his beard or like Cecil's, the buzzed part of Cecil's hair, and just black has been very nice actually. without having to worry about like how the colors fit into all the other colors and stuff. It's been pretty great. That's good enough. Turn that down a little. I think this hand is too big. I think it should probably be something like that. Actually, ooh, that was almost a big mistake. I almost forgot that the other lines are also on this layer. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is another sketch. Something kind of like that. That already looks much better than the one that I had before. Never be afraid to make another sketch layer, you know? Especially when you're working digitally and don't really have any reason not to. Oh no. Oop. Good enough. Oh, no, it's not. I didn't really think about Jesse's arm structure beneath this grip when I drew Cecil's hand here. So it looks a bit strange. I'm hoping that what I'm doing now is going to fix it. Hmm. The answer is not really. What I need to do is bring his fingers a little farther forward. At least this little pinky finger. I was trying not to do that, but just couldn't be helped. That's better. I'm still not a huge fan of it, but it'll do. Oh wait, did I draw this over here? I did not. large portion of his glasses is probably going to get cut off by the border, the edge of the frame, I guess. So I'm not as worried about his glasses as I normally would be. Jack Raiden, hello. Welcome. You are not quite late enough to see Cecil getting owned. Wait, I think I said that wrong. That thing I just said. The thing I was trying to say is you didn't miss anything. I feel like maybe something about these claws just makes Cecil extra grippy. Because he did it to Tank a whole bunch too. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off for now. Velcro claw hands is a surprisingly difficult thing to say, by the way. Velcro claw hands. Sounds like one of those vocal warm-up type things. Like that red leather, yellow leather thing that people say. Or a band name, yeah. I would be so annoyed at a band called Velcro Claw Hands just because I would be so frustrated every time I say, oh yeah, I'm going to the Velcro Claw Hands show. Like, dang it. I almost formed that sentence like a normal person. It's one of those things that, like, you have to kind of slow down to fully, like, process and say, at least for me. So I'll talk at a normal speed and then have to slow down by like half just to say Velcro Claw Hands. That would instantly be known by their initials. Oh yeah, you going to the VCH show? It does sound a lot better, honestly. To say as a functioning human English-speaking person. Oh yeah, Tank is a big dum-dum. But that's what everyone loves about him. I think I'm just going to make this a new layer. And then I'll merge the two afterwards. Prototypical Himbo. Prototypical Himbo would be a good band name, actually. Or at the very least, like a good song. good song title. I feel like at some point there's going to be a band at this party. I almost said a band at this concert. That would have been silly and nonsensical. But if a band shows up, someone has to remind me to call them Prototypical Himbo. I kind of don't want to see his eyes here. So, what I think I'm going to do is... just grab all this stuff. No, wait, I forgot. Dang. I have to do that again. No. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So now I can grab, wait, these two. Whoop. That's much better. Showing his eyes kind of reveals like a little too much about his intentions and how he's feeling. Doing it this way leaves it a little more mysterious and sinister, in my opinion. I also forgot about these. The only downside to that move is that these are not vector, unfortunately. Maybe that'll be a thing that they add to this program later on, but... So that means that the lines over here are going to be slightly smoother than those over there. But it's not that big of a deal, all things considered. Okay. So now I need to grab some colors from yesterday because I still have not added these to the palette that I use. Gotta grab this one. And I'm gonna put the sketch layer above all those. So it'll help me figure out where I'm putting the word bubbles later. That's good enough. Nope. Nope. And there's not really anything on that one for this crowd, so I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm going to turn those off again. Those being so dark always kind of throw me off a little bit when I'm doing this part. Yeah. Because values are relative, so putting this very dark gray on top of an even darker gray makes this gray very light. But more importantly, putting these black lines on top of a very dark gray makes them harder to see. And I've sort of gotten into a rhythm of going from like dark to light with these. So I'm just kind of filling in everything that will be this dark color first, even though there are parts that I'm gonna go over later. There's nothing on him that's this color, I think. I forgot about his collar over here. Oh no. Um, okay. Working with these colors in this way has sort of helped me to get into a bit of a rhythm. With drawing these things. Like, it tends to go surprisingly fast after figuring out everything and putting the actual lines down. His hair in the second to last one. His hair is white on this side. So that's why I left some space up here. But in the other ones, he's not facing that way. So I don't have to worry about it. It does look very weird at this moment, though, I will admit. It does kind of help spatially, though. Like, if for some reason this was too confusing, seeing that this is the dark side of his hair, you would know that that's his left side. You are not a big dumb. I just haven't gotten to that part yet, it's fine. Oh. But that is one thing about getting into a rhythm with these, is that sometimes it can be a little bit faster because you're sort of doing all the things that are the same color at once. But I've also forgotten a lot of like little things, unless I specifically keep reminding myself not to forget about them. Like early on, I did forget about his scar, which actually I do need to do in this panel, so I'll come back to it in a minute. Let's do it right now, actually, before I forget again. But I forgot his scar early on, and nobody called me on it, which was kind of surprising. I did forget Tank's face paint once, and someone did call me on that one. I've been going through and like fixing little things like that after I post them, just for my own personal, like these Procreate files. So at the end, maybe I'll just put them all together into one big thing, and someone suggested I put it on Gumroad or something, so maybe I'll do that. I have to figure out how Gumroad works. But if I did do something like that, it would be like a pay what you want kind of thing, so it'll be free if you want it to be. I have been having fun doing them. It's been kind of nice. I've always really wanted to do a comic with all these boys, but it can be such a, daunting task making comics. So doing them in this way with, very low stakes has been kind of nice. I say very low stakes and then get to this panel, but you know what I mean. I'm not super concerned about, keeping everything 100% on model, remembering locations as specifically as I normally do. All those, little things that I would be much more concerned about with a comic, but if I did do this as, a full-fledged comic, I would want to do it better than this, with color and stuff. Because working in color is usually the most fun part for me. Mostly because I'm very bad at color. So it gives me something to practice, and then when I do it not bad, I'm like, oh, hey, look at that. It's a very pleasant surprise. But I'm glad you guys are liking the story. Missing beard in the bottom middle. I did not do that. That would explain why he looks weird. I'm glad that you told me. Tizzle Cold Nights. What a wonderfully delightful name. Thank you for the follow. I knew something about him looked weird in this one, but I couldn't figure it out. So thank you for pointing that out to me. I would have gone all the way through and be like, why does he still look so weird in this one? I might have caught it when I did the skin tone for him, but I probably wouldn't have. So I can't really see it on that one, so I'm not worried about it. Oh. Still gotta do up here. Forgot to erase this line. So this is the skin tone color now. Oh, I am gonna have to turn these back on though. The skin tone layer is the same color as the background if I don't add any other color to it. So that makes stuff like this very hard to do. It's hard to know if you're staying in the lines when the color you're using is the same color as the color on the outside of the lines, you know? I feel like I probably could have said that in a less confusing way, but I said what I said. Random Windows updates. Is anything? Oh yeah, his pockets are this color. And I think that's it. The one difficult thing about putting everybody in grayscale like this, though, is that from day to day I will forget what is what color. Like when I drew that last page with Felix and Kai, I had to pull up each of the drawings I had them in last, just to be like, okay, what color was this thing and what color is that thing? Whereas when I draw them normally, it's like, oh yeah, this is this color, this is this color. I suppose that's like one of the harder things about drawing anything with any sort of continuity, though. Unless you do it all in one go. Which just gives me even more respect for people who make like comics and animation and stuff. Because that can be a lot to keep track of, you know? Oops, that was way too high up. Wait, was it? No. I think it ends like here. Yeah. Wait. I forgot about that thing again. Procreate, please. This is the part where I begin to sort of start panicking about what this dialogue's going to be. Most intelligent comic artists will figure this out beforehand. I am not one of those. So I have a general idea of what I want them to say, but I'm still not entirely sure. Which means now is the point in time when I'm going to start actually thinking about that. So the number of word bubbles may change. That's happened a few times already as I've been doing these. Intelligence is relative. You are not wrong. Procreate, please. I'm late due for much. I can't. You'll know that that's what it's supposed to be a reference for, though. It'll make significantly less sense if I do that, though. So I cannot, unfortunately. Something like that, I guess. I feel like there's some other white detail for him that I'm forgetting about, but it might not just be visible in that panel, so maybe I'm thinking of the big goofy wine glass he had. I drew him with it, and then immediately, the following day was like, oh no. Now I have to get rid of this thing. So he just kind of casually chucks it. Because I couldn't think of a better place for it to go. But I was like, the parts that come after this, he needs to not have anything in his hands. I probably could have just not drawn it to begin with. But on that particular day, I could not think of what I wanted him to do with his hands, so I gave him a drink. But he's just balling like that, so he can just chuck a whole glass of wine. That's his whole personality. He's the rich guy. The rich evil villain guy. But that's why he gets so frustrated when Jesse tells him no about stuff. Because he's like, I'm rich. People don't tell me no about things. No one was bothered. It's just that good of a party. Screw the rules, I have money. Yes, exactly. It was scam. Okay. So now that we've got all those together, we can put the lines in. Just need to make sure I don't have anything sort of escaping where it needs to go. Oh boy. I tried to read the chat while I was doing that time, and it didn't work out for me very well. It's fine. So now I can put this into here. And then very vaguely I'm going to leave these speech bubbles on. We want them to go above the line art layers. Somewhere in there. No, that's not what I wanted. friend finally watched Squid Game. And they won't stop texting me about it. I'm gonna change this. Want this on a separate line because it's 2 lines of dialogue, kinda. I'm gonna make this want to, because he's formal or something. So wanna versus want to feels less informal. My battery's dying, oh no. This was the sketch layer, so I can turn those off now. So my general rule has been for like speech bubbles has been if there's nothing in front of the background where the speech bubbles are going, then the bubbles themselves are going to be below the characters but above the background, if that makes sense. So that way, if this hand was overlapping with the speech bubble a little bit, it wouldn't, like you would see the hand over the bubble. You wouldn't see the bubble over the hand, if that makes sense. No, I have not at all planned out the story. Someone else asked me that earlier today. Aside from the part yesterday and a little bit of this part today, I had not had any sort of a plan for this entire thing. Like I knew, when I knew it was going to be a party of some kind, I knew the part from yesterday was going to happen. Oops, I did forget something. But everything from there on, I have not at all had any sort of a plan for any of it. But now since all of these are above things that are in the foreground, the bubbles themselves have to be above those things. One thing I've started to learn when trying to make somewhat even looking word bubbles is to flip the canvas upside down. What song? That's a good question. I don't know. Or we'll go on. In the Arms of the Angels by Sarah McLachlan. Just for the irony of it. Put all these together. I forgot about some effects that I wanted to put in here, so we'll do those now. Ty, hello. Welcome. You've come just at the end part. I am well. How are you? Just vibing. Nice, nice, nice. We love a good vibe. Cecil is doing what Cecils do. Only have eyes for you by the flamingos. Cecil's gonna cease. That was actually one of the nicknames I had for him towards the beginning. It's one of the things that helped me to settle on the name Cecil for him. Was that like his whole deal is you want him to stop or you want him to cease. So I was like, oh, that would be a good name for Cecil. Yeah. So I think that's about it for this one. Unfortunately, you can't really see the dialogue that well on camera, but you can read it when I post it online. No, there are quite a few Cecil fanboys. You'd be surprised. Lots of people love this evil little monster. Well, I guess he's not little, he's bigger. But you know what I mean. I think he's misunderstood. Probably. Oh, I guess I could put on the replay while I'm just chilling, you know. He needs a nice hug. Probably, honestly. But yeah, so this will be... I've just now realized this has been crooked for a lot of the time because of the way that the charger is pulling on it, but that's fine. Oh well. He's a walking red flag, but red's my favorite color. That's one way to look at it for sure. Oh, I know what I'll do. Maybe if it lets me, this channel might not have raids turned on. But there's a channel I've been watching lately. Yes, they do. Okay, tight. So we'll raid that channel afterwards. It's very chill and very adorable. It's literally just like a live cam of some otters. It's pretty great. I think the otters are sleeping right now, but you can at least listen to some cool water sounds while you're vibing and chilling and doing whatever else it is you're doing right now. Yeah, it's great. They have, I think, like 7 otters, and they have little stats for them depending on which one is on stream at the time. It's pretty good. So we'll raid that channel, and you guys can all hang out with them. They have like a Discord, I guess, also with some info that I haven't joined their Discord, so I don't know all what's there, but I know folks know about and care about all of the otters in the stream. It's pretty delightful. But yeah, so until then, I guess I'll be back again, hopefully Wednesday. So, you know, until then, have a good week, everybody. Go do something cool for someone, you know? Yeah. And like I said, you can find the drawing on Twitter and Instagram in a matter of moments. So, until the next time, let's go watch some otters. And, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.